Fantastic. Fantastic. Who's excited for the wealth webinar this weekend? Have you all got the workbook? Yeah. Um, Definitely go through the workbook, do some self assessments, do some self reflection, reflecting. Um, start thinking about why you are in the position you're in from a reprogramming mindset. I've just spoke to a new individual on the line, and I said, do you know the income of your parents, your mum and your dad? And he told me, I said, well, that tells me kind of where your paradigm is right now, right? Your money making ability, attraction, self image, self esteem, self worth. So, and I was just saying because I'm very honest. Can I be honest? Yeah, you all want that, right? You all want the truth, nothing but the truth. The truth will set you free, right? Honestly, honestly, it's going to take it's going to take 5 years for you to reprogram your mind. Honestly, like it's gonna take time. Okay. It's gonna take time. Time stands for things I must experience. Now, so just look at your age. You ain't got to tell me, right? And just add five and just understand that by the time you reach that age, you will never, ever, ever, ever have to worry about money again. And you will be walking around just confident. You'll have inner peace. You'll be well respected. You'll be making a difference. And you'll be so proud of yourself. You'll have all these wins stacked up under your belt. And you'll be good. Now, you do have to, and this is a this is so that's cool. This is the truth part. You have to be all in for 5 years. Just because you're a member at the gym for 5 years, you know, going once a year is not going to cut it. I'm talking daily. I have to feed my son every day. And I want you to see your goals like a baby, a baby. And however long you've been a part of this platform, that's how old your baby is. And that baby needs constant attention. It needs constant nourishment. It needs constant investment of time, energy, and money. Constant. So so these weekends are actually designed to speed that process up of reprogramming. Don't forget, I've had the privilege of working with some of the best of the best. So I've learned what works. I've learned what's the fastest way to help an individual have an emotional impact and speed up that reprogramming belief system. So we know what we're doing. We know what works. We know how to speed it up. These self reflections, these self assessments, winners, champions, we do this quite often. We do. We're always looking at where we're at. What did we do yesterday? What can we do better today? All right. So this weekend's going to be really, really, really good. But I wanted to talk a little bit about money, and then I'm going to take a few questions because my phone's been blown up. The reason why I call this emergency meeting is because my phone was just I was getting some messages, some questions. I thought, you know what? Let's just do a quick emergency meeting, rally everyone up, get people on a roadmap so they understand what's going on. The channels, just a quick update, we're constantly refining and making the channels more and more effective and easy to use. Okay. We are going to be removing the trading setup chat and just having a build the bank chat, and you can all just get inside the build the bank chat so you can start seeing what we got going on in there. Okay, we're going to have someone run it. It's going to be really, really good. And you can all just utilize it. All right. Now, what I will say is this. I show people how to create freedom through the industry of trading. The first step to creating freedom in the industry of trading is actually learning how to earn money. From my personal opinion, I was saying that I actually signed up with a personal trainer and a nutritionist about 3, 4 months ago, and I told him that I wanted to actually increase my weight to 100 kg, but be shredded at 100 kg. Do you know the first step? If you will notice on my journey, if anyone's been following me, the first step was he actually had to take the fat off me. So my weight came down. Remember, I told him I wanted to increase. I wanted to be bigger and better, but he told me this is the first step, though. Don't forget, I'm the professional. So I told him, now, guys, don't forget, this is what I'm giving the people that come to the London event. If you know, you know. I've been in this industry now, in this particular space for over 3 years, and I've never once seen one person go from level one on the money scale, which is not knowing how to earn money, just being paid for your time, skipping level two and going straight to level three and becoming successful. I haven't seen it yet. When I say successful, I mean creating creating a full-time situation from it. They've always got level two sorted before, which is your ability to earn money. Now, I'm not here to tell you what to do. Remember, I'm a leader. I'm going to tell you my perception. Okay, so there's a law of compensation. I need you all to understand this. I'm going to talk a little bit about this on the weekend as well. The first point to the law of compensation is there has to be a need for what you do. There has to be a need for what you do. On the business training calls that I do every Sunday, what do I say? Write down 100 reasons why people should join you and what we do. Because what I'm teaching you all is you have to know in your mind that there is a need for what we do, and just put it there. Because once you understand, Amy, that there's a huge need for what we do, you put that to the back of your mind now, and you never doubt it. You never look left, you never look right, you never second guess. You know there is a need for what we do. The second step to the law of compensation is your ability to do it. Your ability to do it. And the third step is the difficulty in replacing you. Now, Bob Proctor used to get me when he was alive to focus completely on my ability to do it. He said, Jake, you ain't got to worry about if there's a need to teach people how to change their paradigm and earn multiple streams of income from home. Trust me, there's a screaming need for it. Just look around. Okay, everyone is trading time for money. There's a huge need to make money from their smartphone and trade time for money. I mean, and create freedom. There's a huge need for it. Never focus there, Jake. You're wasting time. Focus on your ability to do it. Get good. Study the winners. I used to see Mrs. Proctor so excited about the next event. And I'm like, she must have been to so many events over her time. Like, how is she still like super fired up about this next event? Am I missing something? She's more excited than me, and I'm broke. She's a multi-millionaire. Something's and I started to study these things. I started to, no, wow, okay. So this is the leaders must get excited about the events for a reason. Let me look deeper into it. So make sure you're studying the leaders. You start thinking and acting like the leaders do. You'll start attracting like the leaders do. We don't attract what we want. We attract who we are. I did not wait to find out why Mrs. Proctor was excited about the events. You know what I decided? Just to be excited about the events. And you know what happened? You're never going to believe it, guys. I got excited about the event, and Linda Proctor noticed, and she put more attention on me because I started to like help out with the event. I started to promote the event, started to talk more about the event. Linda Proctor noticed that about me. Then she got me speaking on the webinar. I started to attract it, guys. I attracted it. I became an asset to my mentor. See, me and my wife, I'm going to go deep into this. So I'm not going to touch too much right now, but we're going to go deep onto this at the event, not this event coming up, the one in London. We talked about the male and female relationship and how it's the male's role to commit and the woman's role to submit, right? And it's the same when it comes to mentor mentee. Whether or not that your mentor is a woman, whether or not your mentee is a male, the mentor's job is to commit to the mentee. When someone in my organization tells me their goal, I am committed to helping them get committed to helping them get there. Committed to the point where I'm like, sometimes I have to like calm myself down because like I feel like now if I even start to sense that I want it more than you for your family, you'll feel it because I'll back off a little bit. I'll start to back off a little bit. As your submission decreases, my commitment decreases. Why? I'm not here to waste any time. Why would I waste time away from my beautiful wife and my son to work with someone who's not really listening to me? Now, let me ask you a question. And I've just asked some of my members this as well. I said, is it fair on the mentor if the mentor is committed but you haven't submitted? Is it fair? And let me reverse it. Let me reverse it. Because you are all going to become mentors. And there's I spoke to Charlie earlier. She was like, Jake, because I said the mind needs three things, and one of those things is a hero. She went, Jack, you're my hero. I said, you know what, as well, believe it or not. Drop a yes in the chat if Charlie Stone has inspired you since being a part of this organization. Believe it or not, Charlie, you are other people's hero already. Already. Now get this. Imagine, so you want to become a mentor, right? You want to grow, you want to help people, you want to become successful. Imagine the mentee fully submits, but you as a mentor don't commit. That's not fair either, is it? At that point, that mentee needs to find a new mentor. And guess what? Vice versa. At that point, the mentor needs to go and find a new mentee real quick. The ones that haven't got their ticket for London, that's how I see it. I look at who's got their ticket for London. And when they call me, I'm like, well, they haven't fully submitted, so I'm not going to fully commit. I may call them back a bit later on. Peter on the line, he's from Sweden, he's flying in. Jake, can we do a Facebook Live? Yep. When you want to do it? Tomorrow. Yep. Let's go. Bang. Why? He's fully committed. He's fully submitted. His submission shows his team his commitment. This is some deep stuff, man. It's crazy, man. These are the things that you have to learn about wealth creation, man. Holton, he submits. That's why he got to where he's at. Now he's mentored by TD Jakes, some of the biggest names on the planet. Okay, so your goals on a frequency. I just wanted to share that. You focus on your ability to do it. Now, I know I've got some questions. Is there any questions? Leo, I know you had a question.
Yes. Thank you very much for this call, Mr. Parton. My question is, sometimes I've heard you say if you have to choose between, I know it's going to be extreme, like rent and going to the event, you would choose going to the event.
Yeah.
Um, I know I've done those scenarios as well, and it's all paid out. But what's the reasoning behind it? What can you please share your thought process of why is that important? Like that important?
Look, we had Bob Proctor on, jump on a webinar, and I said to him, I said, I actually asked the question, what's the importance of getting to the events? He said, what's the importance of breathing? Like that's his perception. If you can't afford rent this month, what makes you think you're going to afford it next month? You're already broke. Let's do something different, man. Like that's how the Matrix get. Do you realize how many red letters I had through my door at one point? Guys, you do know that you don't need a good credit score to get wealthy, don't you? Like some of you are like, oh well, I can't miss a payment because of my credit score. You don't need credit score when you're earning 10, 15, 20, 30,000 a month. What are you talking about? Just go and buy everything you want. My credit score was horrendous for years. It's good now because obviously my wife's very middle class. Like her mind's like she does everything. Like she's like, Jack, pay credit card today. I'm like, why? I don't even know why. But she's helps me. She helps me out now. But you don't need good credit score if your goal is to be wealthy. You need a good credit score if you want to be if you want to keep borrowing money and spending what you can't, spending what you don't have, right? Um. So yeah, like yeah, 100%. But it's not that as well, bro. The reality of it is we always do and get what we really want. Like if you decided right now, I'm gonna get to the event, you'll find a way. You will find a way. You will find a way to get there. Like we got people from Devon. Also, I was gonna, we got a little event tomorrow. I'm gonna suggest that they all get like a room together or they all share something. I spoke to Bailey and his group from these guys are from Bradford, I believe. I'm like, you guys should get like a Airbnb or something together, and and all chip in and help. For years I had to share accommodation. Amount of times I text Tia, hey Tia, man, can I sleep in your room? I'll get there. I need you. I'll get there, but like, can you help me out with food? For like, I've text Darrin, my mentor, because don't forget, my mentor's committed. You see, my mentor's committed. Hey Darrin, I'm doing whatever it takes to get my ticket to come to this event. Can you help me out with some food and stuff when I get there? Yeah, no problem, 100%. I love that commitment. Like we're a team, man. We're not gonna leave anyone behind. So if you want to be at the event, if you want to be there, let us know. We're gonna get you there. Trust me, we'll get creative. We'll all chip in. We are different. We are different. We will chip in and make sure that you are good. You ain't got to worry about stuff like that. You know what we want to see? Just commitment. We want to see decisions made. I told someone, I said, look, I'm gonna give you 120,000. All you gotta do is show up. I'm gonna give you 120,000 pound. He's like, really? I said, yeah, I'm gonna deposit straight in your mind. I'm gonna give it right as soon as you arrive, right into your mind. It's gonna right there. And you're telling me that he's like, I've got to work that day. I said, what'd you do? I said, I work at Nando's. I said, how much are you gonna earn on that Saturday? He said, 120 pound. I said, so you're gonna sacrifice 120,000 pound for 120 pound? Are you see what I'm saying? Like, I have to check this calendar. No, you go to your boss and you're saying you ain't coming in that day. Oh, I'll lose my job, bro. There's many Nando's. Go and work at pizza after. I don't know. Jobs are easy to get. They're hard to forget. I could go out tomorrow and probably get about 4 jobs tomorrow. I know how to talk to people. I know how to add value to people. I could walk into any business on the high street and become their social media marketer tomorrow and have them pay me 1,000 a month. I know what, like, guys, I'll create jobs. I create jobs. I am a job. Does that make sense? Like, I'm a walking, talking value machine. That's what I'm saying. You can't have results and excuses, man. Leo, you can't have results or excuses. You can't. And the cool thing about excuses is that once we start telling ourselves these excuses long enough, we actually start to believe them. Well, I can't come because of X, Y, Z. No, I get it. I do get it. I do get it. But I understand. That's fine. I do understand. But I just need you to I need to let you know, just from a spiritual standpoint, just because me and God were like this, we're bros, man. Like, because I've told God I have to tell his people the truth, right? You probably don't like this, but you knew, right, that's an excuse. I, I get it. I get it. I do get it. I actually feel sorry for you. I actually feel it's because it's uncomfortable, right? You have to let your wife know, you have to cancel plans. You can't go to that birthday party. You can't go to that wedding. I get it. It's very uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. I genuinely get it. Ah, but it's still an excuse because if you really wanted it, you'd attract it. You'd attract it. Okay, Reece, you had a question, bro.
Yeah, thank you. No, just put it in the chat just now. I was wondering if you could just give an example of how to, invite people to this specific weekend
Yeah.
webinar, particularly people that may have already seen a presentation or have already said no to anything that you may have offered them in the past, but you still want to
Yeah.
explore.
Yeah. Again, it's understanding that no just stands for not, not right now. You know, it's KNOW. So whenever someone tells me no, I'm like, oh, they know now. They know. Okay, they know. So it's KNOW. So remember, the goal is to help people. The goal is to add value. Okay. I see Brett on the line. Brett's brand new to the team, right? Everyone welcome Brett in the chat. He's brand new, got started today, right? He's listened to The Strangest Secret. I'm like, amazing. Like, amazing. Like, guys, think about it. It amazing. We just changed a life. Amy, I see Amy on the line. She posted the Science of Getting Rich into the chat today. She's got the Science of Getting Rich book. I showed Elliot. I said, look at that, man. Look, bro, look at that. We're just changing lives, man. Like, do you realize how happy that makes me, guys? Like, if I really thought about it, I could get emotional, regardless of if Amy builds the business or Brett builds the business, regardless of that. Just the fact that I am inspiring people to dive into this information. That's why I build this business, man. So, like, first of all, it's knowing that when you get people on the webinar this weekend, you've instantly just gave them the keys to freedom. It's the best feeling ever. We had someone in one of our group chats today saying that they're not a salesperson, and I talked a little bit with the live that I did with Mandy Lee and Charlie. I said, it's not. It's like I mean, because we had someone actually join and make money today in the trade, their first trade. I'm like, imagine if Charlie didn't sell that person into the business. Like they'd never have that awareness now of what's possible from their smartphone. Like it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling. So that have that in mind first of all. And look, so I invited someone to that. I invited someone. He reached out to me and he was like, I'm interested in a career change. I'm looking at what you do. I like how you do it. I want to know more about it. I said, perfect. Let's catch up. You know what I mean? I'm just constantly on the go. And then I thought of him today. I thought, I'll reach back out to him. Just send him a quick voice note. Chris, what's going on, brother? Hope you're all good. Listen, I know you showed a little bit of interest in what it is that we do. You could say something like, I know you've been watching my story modes. I know you've asked the question. I know you asked me this question the other day. I know you've showed a little bit of interest. I noticed that you're into entrepreneurship. I noticed that you're into traveling. Guys, you can use anything. Think of something. I know you're into pets and stuff. Pets and stuff. Got nothing to do with it. I just I know like you're a human and stuff, right? Um, so I thought of you because obviously you're a human. And this weekend, you have noticed that you're breathing, right? So obviously this weekend, we actually have like a wealth webinar. It's just 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday. And there's going to be some really, really cool guest speakers on the line that right now generating some really, really good financial results. And they're about, mindset, what's going on in the world right now, the different ways of making money. Now, I will say this. There is going to be at some point some sort of presentation about what we do, but don't worry too much about like getting started or anything like that. See how comfortable I'm making them feel. I'm not desperate for the sale. I'm desperate to add value. Honestly, I'm desperate to add value. I don't chase people. Remember, no one had to twist my arm to get me started. I was texting my sponsor, Tia, saying, "Bro, can you get me in? Can you plug me in? Like I've seen enough. I know you work with Bob Proctor's wife. Like, get me in." Like I was telling him to put me in. So I don't convince anyone. You also get a free workbook which I can send you whenever you want, maybe to email or whatever it is. I need to actually check if he's actually responding to me actually. Uh, but let me know because what I can do is I can see if I can give you access. That's it. Do it out of like completely giving mentality. perception. You're completely giving because you are giving, guys. That's what selling is. You're giving. You guys even seen it. Um, so yeah, like that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Very, very just authentic. You can call people up, you can do voice notes. I wouldn't text it. I wouldn't text it because if you're texting, it's not really heartfelt. There's no energy into it. There's no energy there. There's no energy behind it. It's a robotic action. It's a mechanical action. It says it's actually in the affirmative power. It's a mechanical action. You don't want any mechanical actions. Copy paste stuff. God knows that you're trying to cut corners. That's why I'm not a fan of like ads and stuff like that. I don't really. I'm not a fan of that stuff. They work for other industries, but not in this one of building people. That's what we're doing. We're building people. You build people, the people build the business. Okay. Next question, guys. Would you still explain it the same way to someone who has zero clue about personal development? Yeah, 100%. It's the same situation. It's the exact same situation. Any questions? There must be questions.
Yeah, I can ask a question if there's nothing else.
Of course.
It's not to do with the topic of the wealth webinar, but I was wondering, you mentioned it takes 5 years to properly reprogram your mind, and those 5 years, it's be 5 years all in, locked in with a mentor. Did I get that right, first of all?
Locked in with a mentor, 100%. 100%.
Can you, I mean, maybe I don't need to know because I'm so early on, but I mean, I'm just so curious to hear more about that journey and what maybe to expect in those 5 years. Maybe there's, other people which are obviously further along than myself who, I don't know, might benefit from that conversation.
What to expect on the journey of reprogramming your mind over the next 5 years?
Yeah, because the way you've kind of laid it out is very A to Z, and we all know it's not going to be a straight line. I'm just so
Hmm.
curious to see what that road ahead looks like. I'm just so eager to.
Look, it takes. I saw a reel on it today, and it's true, man. This is why you got. First of all, you got to rely on your habits. First of all, you have to have habits in place. Habits keep you grounded. You have to have patience in this journey. If you all look at you ain't got to look right now, but my notes on my Instagram right now is patience and it's actually love and patience, right? Love and patience. Uh, you need patience on the journey until you fall in love with it. Okay. Because what happens is this, Reese, you have to have patience, and then eventually you fall in love with the process. So you don't know you no longer need patience because you love it. But initially you need patience. And when I say patience, I don't mean waiting around. Like, most people think that patience is like waiting around for things. I mean persistence. Persistence is when you're constantly at it, you're failing forward, you're figuring it out. And this business and the reason why this business is difficult, not this business is just life in general, success in general, is because you are, like I say, you're reprogramming your mind, and at every level is a new devil that you have to defeat. It's like a game. It's like
Yeah,
a game, you know?
that's that's literally what I kind of like unlocked in the last few days. It's like, okay, this is I've seen different like game aspects to it. So I'm
Yeah.
just kind of curious what that next devil is going to be, I suppose.
I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't prepare for it, a devil. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I'd expect positivity, I'd expect all that good stuff. But just understanding that, yeah, of course, but everything that you want, is on the other side of adversity. So yeah, but like I say, that's the why it's important for the 5 years to stay locked into a mentor because during adversity you can't think straight. You can't think straight. It's you're gonna have days where you don't want to build the business. You're gonna have days that you don't want to do X, Y, or Z. Um, because it just doesn't make sense, because you've got so much crap going on. Have one conversation with your mentor can keep you on track. Just one conversation. Just put you back into that. Ah, okay, I'm good. Someone's in my corner. Someone's in my corner. I had a chat with So yesterday. Had a good chat, and she felt great after. She's fired up. That's how it is. It's just yeah. I'm always if I experience like oh my God like mental confusion and fog, I'm like I need to speak to. And Charlie tells me give Darrin a call, give Holton a call. I'm like okay. And we put it off, don't we? Because we don't want to be a pest. We don't want to bug them. We don't want to bring them down. No, no, no. It's not like that. Leaders, we work on ourselves for those conversations. We pour into us so we can pour into you. There's a quote in the business: when you're down, go up. When you're up, go down. When you're fired up, just give someone a call in your organization. I told you this Reese the other day. How's things? How's life? How's your business? What's going on? Be a friend. Anything you need right now? How's your goal? Amazing. Listen, you got your TV next event. Oh, get your ticket. I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be great. So yeah. So yes, we've got questions in the chat. Um, I see him, Bunny. I see him. I see him. Danny T, why is the wealth webinar going to help people? Yeah, again, it's going to speed up the growth process. It's going to speed up the reconditioning, 100%. It's going to be great for you all, and it's going to be good for it's going to be good for you all to see who you're following as well. To be honest, the events are the leaders really expose themselves. So it's pressure on us to deliver and do a really good job. Shout out to Reese as well. He's the one who put together the work, but by the way, it's really good. If the mentee isn't committed, I pull back. How can you be pulled back in by the mentee? Good question. By committing, but by being more, by looking at what's the focus right now. What's the focus? Like for example, Reese. Now I didn't pull back from Reese, but what I'm saying is Reese noticed that I just mentioned to him that we could be doing a workbook. I did not get this, guys. I did not tell Reese to do that workbook. I did not tell Reese to do that workbook. You know what he did? He thought ahead and did it and randomly sent it me. And I was like, that's just what I was thinking about. Perfect. Love that. I'm excited about the if you know, you know right now. The best thing anyone can do right now is get excited about it with me. Promote it like crazy. It's the first event me and my wife are doing together, man. It's going to be Christmas time. It's going to be great. Let's all get excited about it. Bailey, you need to be there, bro. 100%. You and your group need to be there. 100%. Any more questions, guys? You all fired up. You all ready? Yeah. It's gonna be a really good weekend. Um, Dennis had a question. I'll say this last question, and I'll let you all go.
Yeah, thank you. So, let's say, for example, we've got a presentation coming up tomorrow, but if we're prospecting somebody and we want to pick up the event for the weekend, would you, if you were talking to somebody tonight or tomorrow, knowing that you've got a presentation going on tomorrow, would you be more focused on getting them to that event for the weekend instead as a guest?
I mean, I'm always thinking like right now. Do you know what I mean? So if because it's Thursday, let me just mute you. It's Thursday, so I'm like, I mean, I want to send them, the 9-minute video maybe, get their feedback. Maybe give them an option. You can either get started right now, and then you can actually bring guests to the webinar, or you can just wait for the webinar, just jump on, listen, and then we can talk after. And honestly, to be honest, because it's you, what I may be able to do is actually speak to one of the guest speakers that you're going to see speak and see if they're actually willing to put together like 4 or 5 minutes to jump on a quick call for you, with you as well. Because I built a relationship with the speaker, just you see how I dropped in there because it's you. I make people feel special. Do you know why? Because they are special. Think about who is the most important person. Who is the most important person in your life? You. You are. Everyone has got on their forehead, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? Okay, so you want to be like the most you want to treat because people do you know whether you believe this or not? There's a really good book called Skill with People by Les Giblin, and he talks about how people are 10,000 times more interested in themselves than they are you. That's crazy, isn't it? So when you're talking about you're rubbing them up the right way. When you're talking about me, we, you're actually rubbing it the wrong way. That's why selling is the whole attention is on them. It's like, hey man, look, I spoke to someone yesterday. I'm like, let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you a question. You got a missus? I was like, yeah, yeah. Does she like nice stuff? Yeah, I know. I was like, my wife does too. You know what I mean? Bro, what would 10,000 a month do for you and your family? Just let me know. He went off. He went off on a tangent, just telling me all these good things, what he was going to do, where he was going to live, what he was going to drive, all this crazy stuff, how much he was going to live. I said, man, man, amazing. Here's what I want you to do, bro. Get your ticket for London. Get your ticket for London, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. That's how you sell. Not, hey man, I think you should come to London. It's going to be really good for you. No one cares what you know until they know how much you care. I do it all with you when I call you up, how's things, how's business? Good. You good? Amazing. Um, family good? Yeah, amazing. Like your income good? Could be better. What's your goal this month? Okay. What's your goal by the end of the year? Okay. Get your ticket for London. Do you know why? Like you all think it's like to get sell tickets. I know what's going to reprogram your belief system. You need to be in that room, but I know that you're not going to be there unless you feel a reason to be. Would you think it's a good exchange? You pay £99 for a ticket. We give you the blueprint to get to 120,000 a year in 2025. Amazing blueprint. That's I mean, it sounds too good to be true. I know. Tell me about it. Get your ticket right now before the price goes up. We've thought about adding a zero to we've thought about adding another nine to the price. It'd still be underpriced. You all know that, right? Like, can you actually think about that? If it was 999, it would still be underpriced. And the weird thing is, if it was 999, like there's people on the line right now that would actually find the money to be there. I mean, some of the iBoomerang events in the past have been that price, and I couldn't straight away. Bang. Well, Jake, you've got the money. No, I got the decision. I did this when I was broke. I was, I think it was when I was broke. How? When you really want something, you'll find it. Guys, also, I see Atom just put some in the chat. We're looking at hotels. Forget hotels, get your ticket first. Forget hotels. There's no point looking at hotels. You ain't got your ticket. What's the point of getting a hotel? You ain't coming. You ain't coming. Get your ticket first, and guess what? God will reveal the hotel. You're trying to turn corner number two. You're gonna crash, bro. You're gonna crash. What if corner two is a left turn, but corner one's a right turn? You're gonna crash. Let's turn the first corner first. What's the first corner? Committing to your goal. Once you've committed, let God do the rest. You'll find the perfect hotel at the perfect price for you all to be there. Trust me, it's gonna blow your face off because right now there's a decision in the way of that. So if you are, here's what I'm gonna do. We've got an if you know chat right now, and we're gonna remove everyone that's in there that hasn't got their ticket, and we're gonna only add people in there that's got their ticket, and I'm gonna give them. I want to give you all a program that Mr. Bob Proctor gave me on selling. Okay. So get your ticket. Get your ticket. For if you know, you know. I love you all, guys. Happy Thursday. Go through the workbook. I would aim to have 5 guests on the call the weekend. Just set yourself a goal. Go for it. Have fun. Why not? See how you get on. Right? See how you get on. You've got nothing to lose, everything to gain, everything to give. And I'll see you on the webinar. All right. God bless. Speak soon. Bye bye.